Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixie Partners here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney 2. When we left off,
Things went crazy.
we have shifted locations away from the courtroom
We pulled the rabbit's ears.
to the SS Grouse, the
which
SS Goose
pulled
Mouse.
Sherlock's ear.
It did. That was a little weird. But now
But it was really cool.
we are
Got to see new animations of
we are
Sherlock. That's
the-
always great.
extreme pair
Yes.
of Sherlock and Mikitoba,
The legendary-
aka Watson,
Yeah.
essentially. Pretty much Sherlock and Watson is now literally Ace Attorney canon right now.
Yeah.
So let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Because, hey, he's been waiting for me for like 23 and a half hours. So let's go ahead and, of course, I was expecting you to burst in with a hearty Russian profanity false unit. I wasn't your bully captain because of trick you played before. Poor innocent chicken. It is all your fault.
Wait, chicken blood. Oh no!
Ship is leaving port soon. Get off now. Of course, we shall disembark presently, my dear fellow. But first, there's something that must be done. What are you talking about? Why, naturally. The debunking of your deceit and the barring of the truth.
The bearing of the truth.
Kakoi? I'm afraid I see through your lies.
It's kakoi, actually.
For one thing,
It was Russian.
I had a feeling, but Mr. Jigoku has not yet left this vessel at all. Oh, maybe he's hiding in the trunk. That'd be weird. But, or is he in the wardrobe?
That would
It
be...
all comes full
Dude,
circle.
he cannot fit in that wardrobe. You kidding me?
I mean, he wouldn't be able to fit anywhere in this room if that's the case. He's a big fellow.
Yes.
And for another, my dear Seaman Stroganov, you know exactly where this man is even as we speak, don't you? How can you? Good gracious, Holmes. Good gracious, Holmes. You mean you've worked it out? All of it? It's really been too long, hasn't it, old friend?
Watch him be
10
on
years, no
point when
less.
it's around Mikitova. Like,
I
all
mean,
he-
that would be great, but let's face it, it's probably been always canon that Sherlock has been
No.
off the mark
Oh
quite
no,
a few
I know, but
unusual.
I'm saying it would be so badass.
It would be. But I like to imagine that, like, Mikitoba's the only person that's helped him be able to solve
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just steer this correctly. Oh. So, would you care to join me for a dance? Of my inimitable logic and reason? Nothing would please me more. What is this?
Those two definitely
What
have
are
a
you
secret
doing?
handshake.
Where did this light come from? We have but minutes until the vessel puts to sea. No games now.
Aw, yeah.
Time is of the essence.
Look at these two. It's new music.
Mr. Stroganov, allow me to remind you of your earlier claim. You told us that Jigoku left the ship some 2 hours ago. That is what they said. Say, that was a rather clumsy lie. You see, there's something in this room that quite clearly contradicts it. What? Ah, yes, of course. I see you've known it too, Mikitoba. Then please, do take the lead. What in this cabin shows the impossibility of Jigoku having disembarked 2 hours ago?
Oh, this is so cool.
Let's see the last 3 years of your observation skills then, Mikitoba. It's been 10 years since we last did this, Holmes, not 3. Why, of course it has. Quite. Now, all the clues are here in this cabin for your eyes to see. But as I always say, you must not merely look, but observe. Observe and the answers become clear. So, impress me. I think I can manage that. I think it's going to be the glass of water because of the ice and all that. The glass. I think it's
yep.
going to be the glass containing ice.
Yeah,
I
because
can't
it's not melted.
Yeah, I'm going to just double check with a couple things, but I do think that's going to be the case, but I can't even press A to, like, look at something and talk about it, probably because we always talk to Susanoo. That is still Mikitoba, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm so used to that. But, yeah, I'm going to say glass containing ice because the ice is not melted.
Yep.
Therefore, he was drinking in here recently, wasn't he?
Uh-huh.
Interesting. A Mikitoba take that.
Yeah.
I-
Whoa.
Okay.
And a literal dance.
Oh my god. I need a moment to reset. Perhaps you should have cleared away that glass.
I want to see those two literally dance. That'd be awesome.
2 hours ago. Ugh. It would appear that the man was here in this very cabin until moments before our arrival. Within this well-chilled glass in hand.
See, I'll never know if that's actually what Sherlock was talking about or not, because Mikotoba's the one who pointed it out, and he could just be going along with it like he does with Ryu.
True. It's hard to tell.
We'll never know. My headcanon is that
unless he's only smart when it's Mikotoba around, because they were partners all that time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not quite right without Mikotoba. When we're together, unbeatable.
When they're together, it's when the genius shows. But when it's someone like Ryu, he just malfunctions.
Get your mind off the refreshments, Holmes. One might even conclude that somebody informed him of our boarding. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Stroganoff? But why would Shashiro run from us? Before we consider that question, I want to confirm one small matter. Would I be correct in saying that these first-class cabins of the SS Grouse are the same ones in which you and Mr. Jigoku were accommodated by your voyage from Japan? Oh, that's right, they are. I was in the cabin next door and Seshiro was, yes, 50 days in this very cabin during our voyage. As I suspected, but you see...
See, look how smart he's being right now.
There are traces in this cabin of a dark secret that Mr. Jigoku had to hide. What traces? I know nothing about this. This is news to you, is it, Mr. Stroganoff? Holmes, what exactly are we getting at? As I said, there are traces in this cabin of some nefarious activity. Something that appears out of place, which I'm quite sure won't have escaped your notice.
Yeah, the picture thing.
Something out of place in here. That's the key to this Mikotoba. Remnants of the dark deed that took place here are being masked by something quite
incongruous.
I must say, I didn't foresee ever doing this dance introduction with you again, Mikotoba. No, quite. But life is full of unexpected twists and turns, as we well know. Now then, let's see if I can uncover that truth here. Yes, you have the floor, my dear fellow.
After 10 years of not having done this with Mikotoba, he just lost his genius spark, and it just spiraled down.
I think I'll say the mark on the wall, because that just says, like, the rules of passage.
Yeah, the mark on the wall.
So I'll go with the mark on the wall, because that says that it moved, so.
Yep. Oh!
Never mind.
Nope.
Mikotoba, no games now were my words, were they not? Come, Holmes. Where's the fun in life with a little fooling around?
Sherlock is the one telling us, no, that's wrong.
Quite right you are. That was so fun. That was a close shave. I better rethink that before I'm the fool here.
Yo.
What's in the dark deed that took place here? You must tilt your head to one side and listen carefully to the faint cries of the scene. Hear the evidence calling out for you to find it. Here I am, it cries.
Here I am.
Your methods were never conventional, but you know I've always been willing to give them a try. I hear nothing. Dear God, Mikotoba, open your eyes. It was a metaphorical listening that I was suggesting. Ah. I see.
Remnants of a dark deed. Taking all the stuff out of the trunk, maybe?
I can only look at the large trunk and not the stuff they left on the floor. Because I mean, I wouldn't say the wardrobe. That doesn't have anything that stands out. We've already used the glass.
Or that.
It could be, because that could just be remnants of something that took place.
Yeah.
I can't even save right now, so I can't even I'm just gonna go with that one. Please?
Nope.
Nope.
Oof.
Man, I am not with it. So I want to give my other thought that I had. But I don't know. No, that's not quite right, because it's asking for something different right now. Because I was gonna say the fact of another thing that...
He just said, tilt your head to one side. The picture frame is tilted. Was that like a hint?
That we're on the right track, just pressing the wrong thing?
Just hit rules of passage instead of the
Maybe.
frame?
Because I was gonna say, when it came down to the door being locked, it could be this, because they only lock from the inside. But it's not asking about that anymore, it's asking about the realms of dark deed.
He's like, tilt your head. Tilted.
I'm gonna go with the rules of passage, please. There we go. So we were right the first time.
He was... He was trying to give us a hint.
Yeah. It's the rules of passage on this frame here. They're obviously out of place.
Sherlock trying to give us a hint? What is this?
The way they hang crooked on the wall, as if they were put there in a hurry. Yes, as I'm sure you've already concluded, that frame was originally over here. Shape and size are perfect. I mean, that should have counted for us. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect match. Duh, you are right. When did the frame move? One of the most observant of crewmen are you, Mr. Shogunov?
Damn.
I would think your captain is quite justified in having his reservations for your reliability.
Wow!
Oh dear, that really seemed to touch your nerve. So, Mikitoba, why don't you lift that frame off the wall? Blood. Or a gunshot.
Oh!
That looks like a bullet hole.
Bullet hole.
What? Who has been shooting walls? I see the projectile has been removed. Yeah, the careful occupant of this room has already disposed of it. Now then, Mr. Stroganoff. I have a distinct impression that you're attempting to shield that occupant. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I try to protect this stranger? So we're talking about the same man, I see. Good.
Oh, he just got that out of him.
Yeah.
See? He is smart.
I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this in no time. Aren't you? There's some very noteworthy evidence that explains the reason why you're lying for the man.
I'm fangirling so hard right now.
Of course you are. I've been told to keep up with this pretense, as clearly shown by. I don't know how to approach this one, Holmes. My dear Megatoba, simply keep first principles in mind. Study our subject from every angle.
It's gonna be the word.
I'm quite sure that you'll see it.
The writing word.
In fact, I can put a wager on it. I'm glad the fella. I'm to glare at the fella from all sides. Well, I can certainly do that. Unless there's something else I can try and look at. Chunky arms.
Chunky arms.
So look at from all
You've
angles.
been told to keep. Oh, what a banknote.
That's actually the thing, because what's the question says? You've been told to keep this. You've been told like
to lie.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's a big wad of. That's a whole load of money.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's almost too obvious for words. Quite. The universal language of the world. Money. Now is the instant fellow in question. This is Sir Jigoku. Yes, so I stop being full of myself for my own friend. Gah.
Is it just me, or is his shirt a little too short?
Small? Yes.
Yeah, it's a very small.
Okay, so we realize that's what this means. There are clear signs that the crime has been committed in this cabin. And the way you're going, sir, you'll find yourself accused of being an accomplice. But I believe you know, Mr. Stroganoff. You know Mr. Jigoku is hiding in this precise moment in time. Looking straight at the trunk.
Yeah.
That's always speaking to me. Malediction. At the furtive glances your unfaltering ally. Yes, I think you're onto something there, Holmes. You found the chink in this blurry fellow's armor. We need only follow the man's gaze to know where our prey is hiding. The slightest flicker in the pupils, a minutely delayed blink.
There you go.
Nothing escapes my attention, even that which is barely perceivable.
Perceptible. I
You
think.
could hardly call this barely perceptible, Holmes. The man's turned his entire head.
He did, yeah.
Not exactly what you describe as a furtive glance, is it? It's almost too obvious. You're such a tapping toes aside, my dear fellow. I'm literally looking straight at the fucking thing like, I don't know where he is. Where could he be? Sir, I think you need just like I'm gonna give the audience like the POV of Jigoku. He like just Stroganoff leans up to the edge of the trunk. Sir, I think they found you. Don't worry, I will keep it secret. I will not say a word to them.
He just crouches down.
Take that!
And just cups his hands around his mouth and just talks right at it.
Exactly. You turned to me to look at this large trunk, didn't you? How did you know? The truth is, Jigoku was able to escape from the ship in time. and is at this very moment
How did you
Steckel's
know?
breath inside this trunk. He still has a breath to take. I fear maybe running dangerous low on air. I actually didn't count on us making a nuisance of ourselves for quite so long. I think it would be in everyone's interest, everyone's best interest, to open the trunk as quickly as possible. But how can we? We're thinking about the combination lock. We don't need this. I should have said this earlier. I bet it's not actually Holmes, but I bet the letter. I bet because it said so weird. I remember thinking that the H looked like a 4.
Yeah.
It might just be the combination written on his wrist.
I
to
also
unlock him.
maybe thought it was like just, bad handwriting.
Yeah.
But I mean, bad handwriting for Holmes on there.
Yeah.
That's what I guess that's how they get you.
But you can pretty much turn all of those
Yep.
into numbers.
Yep.
Which is a clever thought, by the way.
It really is. Plot twist, that's why they changed his last name.
We don't know the 7-digit code. It was originally 6 digits. How much luck had we opened from inside the trunk? Therefore, there must have been an arrangement for somebody to open it after our departure. Of course. In short, before Jigoku had hid himself inside that trunk, must have told somebody the 7-digit number for the lock. As I'm sure you can confirm, Mr. Stroganoff. Oh, no. Yeah, because it would be like
525.
5231045.
Yeah, I can't see because the text box.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what the.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
That's so
the E is
clever.
A. It really is clever. I know nothing about combination code.
That's slow.
Don't move a muscle, my good seaman.
That slow turn.
Huh? I don't know. Now, Mikitoba, would you do the honors and open the trunk?
See, look how smart he's being.
How on earth do you expect me?
He's like, just look.
It's a 7-digit number, remember? Quickly now, we have little time. Just in case, can you remember that? Okay, review scene.
52310.
I'm gonna go 5,
2.
Oh man,
3 1 0
5, 2,
4,
3,
5.
1, 0, 4, 5. Thank God it's only 5-digit
Yeah.
combination lock, so that makes everything easier. Gets rid of half the combinations. Why would you add twice the digits to get rid of half the combination? It's maddening. All right.
Take that!
Perfect. You know what I must say? That's a horribly convenient combination to have for your suitcase. Let's be fair as well.
Yeah.
That's funny. Watch this be a red herring, and he's actually really intelligent, and he's not in there at all.
Or not.
I guess this will be you.
Will it?
It's a tough one to call. There could be something else going on here entirely.
Yeah, there really could. Knowing this game.
But I mean, the question is, if someone else is going to pop up, who the fuck can it be?
I don't know.
Aside from if my ghost theory was correct.
I'll just they had to do autopsies on bodies and stuff. There's no ghosts.
Well, no, I'm saying, I mean, we can confirm the fact that literally we can't say the autopsy because we literally know for a fact they faked the autopsy of the professor because he never died.
I know. But anyways.
So we can't confirm anything. So I guess for now, stick with Jigoku, but we'll see if that changes.
You had to meddle, didn't you?
Yeah, there he is.
Yep, there he is. Hi, buddy.
That must be very uncomfortable.
For real. Ow.
Well, Eugene, you found me now.
Seshiro? I was really hoping not to find you here, you know.
But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it.
No, quite. I just wish it was some other way.
Hey, buddy.
Well, you were going to introduce me.
Your reputation precedes you, Mr. Holmes. I've read stories of many of your exploits.
Excuse my manners, Holmes. This is Mr. Jigoku, my old friend and traveling companion. Delves into the details, Mikitoba. I believe you meant to say your old friend and traveling companion. You made the cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turn sour.
You see, my reputation precedes me as well. What an honor.
Well, Cicero, are you going to explain all this?
You know it all by now, I imagine. What you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life here on this very ship.
Yeah, this can take an interesting turn, actually.
Yeah.
Because
this is a bullet hole right there.
No, it is, because we can confirm for the fact actually here pretty much that Jigoku did kill Gregson, but it became self-defense because we also have proof that Gregson went there with the intent of Jigoku being murdered.
Well, you immediately put that out there as if I already thought of that.
Oh.
I didn't think of that.
Oh. Well, now that instance is out there of that, this doesn't necessarily, I guess my theory of Jigoku being the fucking bad guy goes out as that, but nah, I mean, well, you did still commit murder, but you did have self-defense, but then you did fishy shit. Why would you do the fishy shit?
But then what about the katana?
There's many questions still.
Yeah. Like how did Asogi get it stuck in there like that? Like what happened?
I mean, he was there for everything too. So what did Asogi see? That's the, oh my god. By the Reaper
Was
of the Bailey?
Asogi trying to protect Jigoku?
I have no idea. We've got to find out what the fuck's going on. Yes, I've since heard. Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago now, mind you.
And I had no idea at the time what a dangerous individual he was. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find the symposium was postponed until goodness knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again.
So you decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it?
I'm afraid so, yes. Of course, I realize now that I really ought to have confided in you.
Wait. I'm once again gonna flip everything.
What are you doing now?
With Asogi being bad. It's to implicate Jigoku. Because let's face it, well, I think, well...
What do you mean Asogi being bad?
I'm gonna say that Strongheart, Kazuma, and Jigoku are all being evil right now.
Really? Because,
remember, there was so much evidence, like we have to remember the line of Van Zeke saying like this is going down like it was a script.
Yeah.
Like as if every piece of evidence that was there was used to push the case forward more.
Yeah.
Don't you find it a little ironic that Strongheart was like, we either are going to find Jigoku or we assume that he's dead if we can't find him, and ironically Jigoku's trying to flee the country. And Kazuma's the one that pushed us down that path, confidently.
True, and he's like, I don't need to tell you how my sword broke.
Kazuma pushed down the path to get us with the evidence to the point where Strongheart would then kick in and say we need to find Jigoku, and Jigoku knowingly playing in this whole plan as well, fled the country because then in the courtroom they would assume
that he's dead
that
somewhere.
he died, which would proceed with what they were planning.
Yo.
Now the question is Kazuma doing this on his own free will? Or is he being forced to? Because remember when we walked in the clock tower, there was the whole, I don't remember the exact words, but he was like, you know, you're basically Strongheart said,
gonna
do this
what,
my way,
yeah.
remember? So he could be having to follow all this.
Huh.
But everything right now, if you think of it that way, is implicating that the three of them are working together for a single conclusion that pretty much is...
But like, at the end of the day, it's all Strongheart.
Yeah, he's the one pulling the strings, probably.
He's the mastermind.
So,
I knew he was evil from day one, man.
Literally, the moment I saw him, the first words, you look evil as fuck, dog. But I don't remember who even said it. Somewhat surprising, I must say. Is there any indication for that?
It's Mikitoba.
Mikitoba? So surprised, I must say. Oh, I'm so
it is you. Never mind.
Oh,
That's you.
What is?
Well, first-class cabins aboard luxury steamships are in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that S1 just happened to be available.
So says the protagonist of some colorful short stories.
Hey, fuck off.
Well, I don't care for your opinion.
I care all about everything about Sherlock.
The cabin did just happen to be available, so I purchased a ticket, and here I am.
Or did someone knowingly rebuy the ticket ahead of time in advance, knowing this would be the room?
Yep.
I've just seen for myself the obvious remnants of that incident in this cabin. You had already purchased your return ticket before we even docked in Dover, had you? Prevent anyone else taking this cabin and seeing the evidence. Is that it?
Eugene, I have nothing to say to you.
That's a whole lot of not trying to save yourself in this
Yep.
one. Well, in about 5 minutes, the ship will set off on its onward voyage and not make port again until it's Italy. I'm afraid we must insist that you disembark with us at once.
You have no jurisdiction over my movements.
Yeah, he can't arrest him here right now.
We have this, Ashiro.
Oh.
Take it. What's that?
Or can he?
What is it?
That's
you.
me.
That's you.
What the?
What is it?
This is a peanut from the Old Bailey. You're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications for ignoring a document like this from the British courts would be?
Whoa, that's a look.
Yeah, it is.
You came prepared then, Eugene.
I am tripling. I'm going all in on at least you being evil in some form.
He
I
looks
don't care about
evil as
self-defense.
fuck.
You're evil in this too. How exactly compared to Strongheart, I don't know.
Like, look at him.
But he did not like that. Come on, let's go. One moment. What is it, Holmes? Inside Mr. Jigoku's trunk? I found this rather fascinating trinket.
That's from the pocket watch.
Yes, it is.
That's the winder thingy. Oh boy.
What is that? Toshiro?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. Some small component from something. But what? I have no idea.
Sure. Look at his face. I think he generally doesn't know. Well, he probably wouldn't expect it, so.
Yeah.
Well, let us pocket this small souvenir for our brief sojourn in France. How the fuck am I supposed to say that? Okay. Well, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you and your assistant.
Oh boy. Whether
Back
it was
to the
by
courtroom.
sheer coincidence or not, I still, my headcanon is that Sherlock is actually a genius, but only around Mikotoba. Anyone else, he's just
Or-
thrown off.
I suppose that after the end of the last chapter that we went through, potentially we can create a headcanon of sorts that Sherlock has always been this intelligent, but he's always off the mark because he was trying to train Ryu on how to hit the mark
because
correctly.
after that, remember, he's like, you've mastered,
You've
the art of
mastered the art of
deduction.
deduction. So you can headcanon that maybe he was always off the mark on purpose.
Because like
so that
I've always thought it was,
Ryu
I've
could
always thought it was an
potentially-
act.
So he would learn. Because he was always quickly onto it after we pointed it out. Too,
Yeah,
so.
I was always like, because like, oh, he's just, it's just a shtick. He's just pretending to not know anything. But that even that gives it, that beefs it up. That gives it purpose.
There's a headcanon for y'all, everybody. Unless that legitimately is like canon at some point. Like he admits, like I always actually kind of flubbed it so that you would.
I love him even more now, whether that's true or not. Ah!
Oh, hey, back to court.
Just when I thought I couldn't love him more. What
Not
have you
even-
done? What
not
have you done
even-
to me? What have you done to me? What?
I don't know. I didn't. I'm sorry.
The game didn't. No, don't
Man,
apologize.
not even like the lobby or anything. Just back in
Nah.
here. Kazuma Asogi.
Quiet murmurs going on.
I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie. But still, there's no doubt that you're holding something back.
Uh-huh.
You know more than you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. During the past 30 minutes while this court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended.
Were they?
But sadly, Mr. Joku's whereabouts could not be ascertained. We must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Raper has already done the deed.
This is a total setup.
That's what I'm thinking. But he's gonna come in at some point.
Yeah.
There's no sense in wasting time anymore in the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict.
Sherlock just bursts in.
No, the trial cannot end now. You're a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You
Yeah.
should know when to lay down your sword. You tell me to surrender, motherfucker? And you should know never to presume when the battle is won.
The tension.
The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all relevant testimony. There can only be one conclusion, that the accused is guilty. All relevant testimony? Far from it. There is still a crucial witness from whom the court has yet to hear a single word of testimony.
Jigoku.
In that case, call your witness to the stand at once, counsel. Oh, okay. Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible.
The witness is already on his way and scheduled to arrive tomorrow.
Who on earth is this crucial witness? Mr. Jigoku. The very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper. Judge Jigoku? You found him? Sounds like you're surprised about that.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't have known that. But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jigoku is already dead.
Oh god, he's standing up.
How in the name of God did you find the man?
Sherlock.
He was located in France during the recess at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one of Mr. Sherlock Holmes' famous deductions. Almost fucked this. Sherlock Holmes.
I never thought Sherlock would play one of the most crucial parts in this entire series.
Really saved our tuchus on that one, Holmes. Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night of his death. Because along with Prosecutor Sogi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man. Oh no. Which means that Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Grouse on the 31st of October. Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to education at this point. Adjudication.
There you go. He's not saying anything. No.
The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered.
They're probably screaming internally right now. At least I
In
know
that
he
case,
is.
I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene at the same time, at the same hour, tomorrow. No objections from either side.
Nope.
No, my lord. No objections, my lord.
He's just like, what is going on?
We'll live to fight another day by the skin of our teeth.
He's not saying anything.
You're in my way of revenge.
Pretty much.
You know, to be honest, like, it could probably be pretty easy.
Do you think
for-
Kazuma's being like an anti-hero right now?
I mean, that's a possibility, but you know, there could also be the chance that my brain, it works sometimes. The chance that Strongheart was able to like easily coerce Kazuma to their side, being like, you know,
Vengeance.
we can give you the revenge that you want.
That is true.
I'm sure you want it. He's an evil man, and if we get rid of him, you get revenge.
Yeah.
So he could have easily be like, yeah, I'll listen to what you say.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, sure.
Barrick's just trying to live his life, man. He's just trying to.
And you know what? Just to throw an extra little bone out there.
Oh boy.
Like maybe, because I mean, if there is weird stuff and Cosmo wants to know the truth of what happens to his father, Strongheart knows the truth about back then as well. He knows about everything. He could be like, I can tell you
There's no way he
whatever
doesn't.
you want to know about your father if you do this for me.
Oh, maybe.
That could be an easy way to blackmail him to...
By withholding information that Kazuma would want to know.
Yeah, be like, I will tell you what you want to know about your father if you do this for me. So there could be that as well that you would
And
be
then
able to
not
hold
tell
over
him anything, because that's a villain move.
Well, he's not going to tell anything, because we're going to find him guilty in the end. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Please.
Oh, God. But you know what?
Sherlock, help.
We'll find out about this stuff next time.
That scared me.
I'm
Not literally, but like that was
Catch you off
alarming.
guard.
It was alarming.
That's what I do. I alarm people.
You alarm people. That's not wrong.
Oh, God.